your engine for a Sony Computer Entertainment America production. Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
Crash Team Racing on the PlayStation 1 was one of the first games I've ever played. I must have been 6 or 7 years old when I first played it, and struggled my way to the end of the game. It would become a game I revisit many times, as I would always get stuck on certain areas, or lose a memory card. I remember seeing the goofy commercials on TV, and wanting to get it. The first time I fully 100%ed Crash Team Racing, I was 13 years old. I had beaten every race, done every challenge, and even the time trial mode. It became one of my favorite games of all time. It would become a game I could only dream of them remastering on current gen consoles. The PS1 version certainly had not aged well graphically. Well, 2018 rolls around, and at the Game Awards, we're shown a trailer of CTR Nitro Fueled, a remake of Crash Team Racing with added levels and characters from its sequel, Crash Nitro Kart. It looked promising. It was to retail at just $40 like the Crash and Spyro remastered trilogies, which I enjoyed, but were a little different from the originals and received criticism from many people. This made me skeptical. Months go by and it finally releases. Should I wait for reviews? What if the game is not as good as the original? What's the Metacritic score at? I bought it day one. Upon starting up CTR Nitro Fueled, you are greeted with a familiar introduction. It looks great to see the attention to detail on this game, being so faithful to the original. The character selection screen for Adventure Mode is a little different and no longer shows a 3D setting for each character. It has been replaced with a still image background that captures the spirit and personality of each character, similar to the PS1 version, but not identical. It still does a great job though. The story revolves around an alien named Nitrous Oxide who claims to be the fastest racer in the galaxy. He challenges Crash and his planet to race a variety of tracks, and ultimately challenge him. Upon selecting a character, you are put in an adventure field. There are 4 races in each adventure field. Complete 4 races to challenge a boss, defeat the boss to get a key, and use the key to enter the next adventure field. If you ever played Diddy Kong Racing, it's similar. But Diddy Kong Racing gives you more freedom to roam around with different vehicles. In CTR, you can only advance into a new adventure area once you receive a boss key. Once you are able to enter a new adventure area, you can go back and complete challenges for the races you already completed. These challenges consist of Relic Race or CTR mode. CTR mode requires you to collect 3 letters scattered across the map that spell CTR and finish in first place. Relic Race is pretty much a time trial, but you can smash yellow crates with numbers on them to save time. If you ever played Crash 2 or 3, you know exactly how this works. The Adventure Field Hub world is beautiful. Each area, along with the tracks, are very expressive. There are decent sized areas where you can practice your driving skills. I've read a lot of criticism regarding the graphics on the Switch, but honestly, I don't see a problem. The Xbox One and PS4 are more powerful consoles, so of course they're going to look better. The Switch version of Crash has less fur and looks more clay-like, which I really prefer over the bright, orange, fluffy model of the Xbox and PS4 versions. In handheld mode, the game looks okay. Graphics are downgraded a tad, but being able to play this game wherever you are on the go is simply a luxury that is unmatched on other consoles. Nitro Fueled gives you the option to listen to the remastered soundtrack or the original, which they're calling Legacy soundtrack. I've been playing on Legacy mode, and I found the soundtrack to be very good. Let's talk about controls. If you've played the original, you'll know CTR has tight controls. I would say Nitro Fueled is identical to the original. Easy to learn, but hard to master. There is so much content in Nitro Fueled. Adventure mode, cup race, battle mode, time trials, relic race, CTR challenges, and there are so many customization options available. Did I even mention online play? For every race to complete, you earn this game's currency, which is called Wumpa Coins. They can be earned both offline and online. You can use these coins to purchase new characters, carts, and cosmetic options. The game defaults your first adventure mode playthrough to medium difficulty, which can have inexperienced players stuck in certain areas as the AI ramps up towards the end of the game. Nitro Fuel's online mode is a great addition. It isn't as seamless as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's online, but it's pretty close. On day 1, the online was basically unplayable, but since then they have patched it and it works as intended. My only issue with this game are the loading screens. In adventure mode, it can take anywhere from 20 to 35 seconds to load between races. They're basically Sonic 06 load times, and it completely kills the immersion. I found myself honestly falling asleep in between races in adventure mode because the loading was so long, or dreading the completion of a race, knowing I might not be awake for the next. Hopefully, this is something that can be patched out, but as of the recording of this video, they're poop. I enjoy the gameplay of Nitro Fueled. It's way more faster than Mario Kart. Mario Kart gives you the option to select the speed of every racer before the race by selecting a CC. In Nitro Fueled, you can go as fast as your skill allows you to. You can collect Wumpa Fruit as you race to increase your speed. These Wumpa Fruits are just like the coins in Mario Kart. CTR's basics are identical to Mario Kart and other kart racers. Drive over an item box, retrieve a random item, and race to the finish. If you've played Mario Kart, you know how to play CTR. Also, when you have 10 fruit, the item you get from an item box is more powerful too. If you get hit by an enemy item, you'll lose fruit. Again, just like Mario Kart. Now, the question is, do I prefer CTR over Mario Kart? Well, I'm not sure. Mario Kart is classic, and for most it's the first game that comes to mind when you think of a kart racer. Both games have a battle mode that can be played locally or online. I played a lot of CTR's battle mode as a kid, as well as Mario Kart's. They are both super fun and great additions. Mario Kart has all the recognizable items like the mushroom, the banana peel. CTR has recognizable items too, both games having items that reference installments of their own franchise. For instance, everyone knows the mushroom from Super Mario Bros. And CTR has the Aku Aku mask from Crash 1, 2, and 3, which act as the game's star from Mario Kart, that makes you invincible and faster for a short time. Mario Kart is easy for anyone to pick up and play, and with handicap options like auto accelerate and motion controls, it opens the door to a wider audience than CTR does. CTR is more challenging. It can be very difficult for a new player, especially if they don't know how to drift, or as this game is calling it, power slide. CTR is practically based off this mechanic, and as your computer opponents will pretty much use it, you need to learn how to. Power sliding can be achieved by jumping into a drift with the R or shoulder button, similar to Mario Kart, and then pressing the opposite shoulder button when the bar on the lower right of the screen turns red. You can do this up to 3 times on a single drift. In Mario Kart, you have to wait after jumping into a drift for the sparks on the back of your wheels to change colors, from blue to red and finally purple for maximum boost. To conclude, Mario Kart is by far the most accessible kart racer to date, and will probably remain that way for a very long time. I love both games. I love the thrill that CTR gives you from nailing your power slide successfully and gaining more and more speed. But I love the simplicity of Mario Kart, and how close it hits to home. If I had to choose one though, it'd be Mario Kart. But let it be known that Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is an excellent port. For $40, you are getting easily over 100 hours of gameplay, with a ton of content and collectibles. If not for the long loading times, I think this would be a perfect remaster. I give CTR Nitro Fueled 9 out of 10. But I want to know what you guys think. Which kart racer do you prefer? Is there anything you agreed or disagreed with in this video? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, give it a like. This was my first review, so let me know what you would like to see improved in the next. And as always, thanks for watching.
Kazooie of Nintendo 64 at your door.
Stop!